Hello, everybody. Dan D. Federicis of Saratoga Report here with Chuck Marshall, the candidate for Commissioner of Public Works. Folks, there is an election in this town. Early elections or early voting goes through this Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And the actual election day, of course, is January 28th, this coming Tuesday. Chuck Marshall, this is our third video together. We've talked about your stellar resume here. uh, Chuck, I've never seen someone so almost perfectly matched with a position here in city government. You've got a civil engineering degree from Clarkson, a very well-regarded university, and a master's in public administration from SUNY Albany. You've had a professional career that's brought you to 500 governmental meetings and other activities at many levels of government. These your job, this job that you're campaigning for, is a crucial job for, in many ways, the safety, when it comes to our drinking water and so forth. Talk to me about qualifications and why your qualifications, why they're so important and arguably crucial for this job.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to know that someone that's there and making or involved in the decisions. I don't think there's really any unilateral decision anyone should be making when it comes to taxpayer money or the resources that we have. But that decision or those decisions always have to be informed. I looked at the water treatment plan as one of my last projects at a consulting firm I worked for. I've been on the Saratoga County Sewer District, and then I've been on the Saratoga Springs Planning Board since 2022. So I'm very familiar. In fact, right now, as I look at the former Finger Paint building coming out, that was a planning board review project. And I just think that knowing what's going on and knowing the rules is really what matters for someone to jump in right away.
Great. Let me switch for a second here, because the commissioners all have these dual roles, kind of an unusual form of government, the commission form of government here. So you're also in the legislative role, where you have to get along with four other people. Not always get along. Obviously, some creative tension is a good thing, but we can't have a city falling apart, a city council falling apart. And we've seen that happen before. Shouting matches, etc. What do you bring to the table, Chuck Marshall, the person that will help you make things work and maybe at times be the adult in the room?
Yeah, I think that the adult in the room is a comment I like to adhere to. I mean, I've seen some contentious meetings at planning boards, both as an applicant for Stewart's, where I'm the director of real estate, and on the review side as a member of the Saratoga Springs Planning Board. I think at the end of the day, if you let people be heard and you let people participate in a framework that's driven by rules, we get there from here. And again, one of the reasons I'm the only one on the ballot is because I paid attention to the rules and knew what was going on. The Democratic Party, didn't field the candidate in large part because they felt they could circumvent the rules, and it just wasn't the case. And a judge ultimately decided in my favor.
Excellent. Okay, good. Any last thoughts you wish to tell the voters? It's important to get out and vote, right? These special elections are notoriously low turnout. That's a bad thing for any democracy.
Yeah, no, I think the voters, should know that I'm the only one that's endorsed by members of both parties. I've been endorsed by Meg Kelly. I've been endorsed by Joe Ogden, a former deputy mayor, both Democrats. I've been endorsed by a handful of Republicans. But again, One Saratoga, who's a non-party party, has endorsed me. So I think that's kind of like the mindset I'd like to bring. Like, I tell people all the time, I'm the least political person that's ever run for a political job.
And that's true. I absolutely know that about you. And but this position is something that you're, from what I understand, passionate about. It's in your heart.
Yeah, I joined the planning board instead of joining a golf league because I think local government is the most direct way to receive service.
Great. Well, listen, this folks, again, early voting available. It's kind of a new thing in the past couple of years. It's available. I voted yesterday. Early voting is available through Sunday, the actual election day, where you can vote as early as 6 a.m. or as late as almost 9 p.m. That will be this coming Tuesday, the 28th. So get out there and vote. Chuck Marshall for Public Works. Check out his website. Check out his stellar qualifications. And thanks for joining us, Chuck.
All right, thanks, Dan.